Today, we're going to talk about emotional neglect, and the reference is this book, Running on Empty, Overcome Your Childhood Emotional Neglect. When our kids get neglected when they was young, when they grew up, they may come off as a problem for marriage. They have a hard time to get along with people around them. They feel depressed for no reason. They feel they should have been more normal because they have a privileged childhood, but it turned out weird. But in reality, the deep down problem is emotional neglect. And you will see lots of fine, fully capable, high function, even likable or supportive people deeply feel disconnected or unfulfilled with their life. Even then, they have it all. They keep asking themselves, oh, what's wrong with me? And they may even have some weird conclusions. The reason why I really want to cover about emotional neglect is because it's different with all other traumas that people may have. If my parents is alcoholic, I may suffer from this. My parents yelling at me a lot. This is maybe reason why I can't focus. But emotional neglect is about something that it never happened, or we even normalize it. For example, I remember one family gathering. A little nephew, 5 years old, fall on the floor, really hurt, and he was crying. You will hear the first uncle come on to say, don't go. Just let him cry, and he will stand up. Since then, he will become more tough. He will become independent. Then second uncle say, oh, look at me, I will deal with it. He go up, say, get up, not hurt, it's fine, you're fine, come on. Back then, me is the same position as you does. You think this is pretty normal. But in reality, if you put yourself into that kid's shoes, something different happens. Imagine you was cooking in the kitchen for the family and there's some pot of water. You slipped, smack on the floor. Your husband wait for 5 minutes and come to you say, oh, not hurt, come here. Just get up, you're fine. You are looking at your husband and thinking he's a psychopath. What do you mean? It's fine, I'm injured, I'm actually hurting. But why we think about a child, it suddenly becomes normal. For the people who get neglected, when they grow up, they mainly suffer from 3 results. You can check, do you have the same pattern? First is they will often feel guilty and ashamed. They will also ask, what is wrong with me? And here is a sign that you may suffer from this. You feel depressed, sad, or anger for no apparent reasons. You sometimes feel emotionally numb. You have a feeling that something is wrong with you. You feel that you are somehow different from other people. You turn to push down feelings or avoid them. You try to hide your feelings so others won't see them. You turn to feel inferior to others. You feel you have no excuse for not being happier in your life. A lot of people, deep down, they believe feeling or emotions is a burden, that it's just not good. When you have emotion and feeling, you feel guilty and ashamed. When we ask some people like that, they will tell you, no, emotion is not a burden. Emotion is good. Everybody deserves emotion. Everybody can be sad. But their behavior says differently. Back to the first example I bring up. If I, at the family gathering, go up to my uncle and start arguing with him, said, do you think feeling is a burden? They will tell you no. You ask them, why can't the baby cry? They will tell you, the boy can cry. The boy can feel hurt. The boy can want to get in support from the family members. But if you look at their behavior, it's drastically different. But when all the parents neglect their kids' need to get in support, they think it's not that big of a deal. This just being a kid, he didn't experience hard life yet. That's why he's overreacting. He's just being too sensitive. This case will transform from guilt and shame to the second result, which is self-directed anger and self-blame. They have so much emotion that they don't allow themselves to have. They start suppressing emotions. But if you watch my previous video, you'll understand emotion come as a mixed bag. You suppress the terrible emotions, you also don't feel joy. Then you start really find yourself are a damaged goods. I'm in some deep stuff. One of the patients even described herself that she feels she disgusts with herself. She blamed herself for not being happier or more normal. In the end, all those kids will have a hard time to be close with others because they think there's some fatal flaw with them. They don't have emotions, but they feel those emotions. They will try to make sense of it. Why? Some people may conclude as, I'm not worth it. Some people may conclude as, I'm just attracting terrible people around me. Some people just conclude as, the world is terrible, or I'm just simply stupid. And deep down, in the end, they actually feel, if other people really know me, they wouldn't like me. I feel like an actor every day. I have to act out all those emotions and this and that. Some people may even end up using alcohol. Some patients said, when I drink, I can actually feel. In the end, I really want to conclude our video with one case study that kind of touches me. It's a story about Laura. She was well supported materially, and one day they go on a vacation. She's digging a hole on the beach with his dad. After a while, the mom comes and say, Laura, come here, I will read you a book. Your dad can't spend all the time with you. Your dad also needs to rest. Right now, Laura is 32. She still keeps reminding how upset she feels. She feels she's so selfish that she takes all the time of the dad. She really wished just to stay on the beach and dig in the hole with the dad. After a conversation with the psychologist, she suddenly realized that whatever she wanted was not selfish. It's an actual need. And that will be all for today's video. I really hope this video helped you. My name is Paul. I see you next time. Thank you very much.